Okay, Shalom, Shalom. I'm the brother Allah Yahweh, servants of Yahweh Yahweh Shai camp. I'm out here in Chicago, Illinois, just bringing it out. But as always, I want to start this by giving all glory, honor, and thanks. Look towards the east to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Ha Rakak Wadash, as well as the double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS Great Millstone, whom I learned this truth under, and a sincere shalom to the rest of the elders and Akim around the globe, bringing this word out within sincerity, truth, and diligence. And it's a little windy, but lift my voice up as a trumpet and bring this out. Today, I'm just gonna go in on the judgment of Esau, because as you can clearly see behind me, Esau got all these skyscrapers, he's got all this wealth, he's got all this money, he's in the power seat. That was his gift, the fatness of the earth. But how did Esau get all this wealth, all these riches? He got it through wickedness, through bloodshed, through the slaughter, and not only the slaughter of people, slaughter of the children of Israel on top of that. So Esau, yeah, he's living it up right now, but it's going to end really bad for him. It's going to end horribly, okay? So let me start off, as well as the rest of you heathen nations out here join unto him. Hey, Shalom, Yahweh Shem Yahshua Barakatah, Shalom, H-I-M out there. And Shalom, okay, so I'm going to start in Malachi. Speaking on this man is the devil that the Bible speaks of, and he's being revealed in his last days. That's why he's getting nervous. He put the Akim of GMS up as one of the top terrorist threats out there. But we're not doing anything but bringing the word out of the Bible. He's gonna go out and hey, Shalom, Yahweh Shem Yahshua Barakatah. But let me go get this. This is gonna be Malachi 1 verse 4, speaking on this man being the devil. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus said the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord hath indignation with forever. Okay, so as you see, Esau built up his new Roman Empire again, but Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is going to throw this all down. All this lake, this beauty, the lakes, the skyscrapers, all this is going to be a desert after that third woe, World War III, which is rapidly approaching. But going in, let's highlight on how Esau got all of this. You know, the fatness of the earth, he got this through his gift, which was the sword. His brother Jacob being the so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and the speckled birds that look like these other nations, because we have been scattered everywhere around the whole world for a reproach. But our gift is the kingdom to come. But Esau's gift was his sword, being a demon out here and getting the fatness of the earth with his sword. Let's get Genesis. This is going to be the Genesis, the 27th chapter. I'm going to start at verse 38. And let me know, Akim, in there if you can hear me well. It's pretty windy out here. Genesis 27. Genesis 27, verse 38. And Esau said unto his father, hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and of dew of heaven from above. And by thy sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother. And it shall come to pass, when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob. And Esau, he's the descendant of Cain. Just like Cain slaughtered his brother Abel, Esau's past, present, and future is slaughtering his brother Jacob. And it's going to be one last roundabout in Jacob's trouble to soon come, when martial law and all hell breaks loose. Esau's then gonna show that hatred. He's gonna reveal his horns again and come after the children of Israel. Okay, but it said in that Esau's gift he's going to live by the sword. And as the saying goes, you live by the sword, you die by the sword. And all this wealth that Esau done got, the fatness of the earth, he's living it up lavishly, setting himself his nest amongst the stars, exalting himself as the eagle in all these condos, these high rises. He's got these satellites, the airplanes, you name it. But the Lord's going to bring him down, you know. The next one, let's get, I'm going to go into Job, speaking on the world was given into the hand of the wicked. I'm just going into to highlight that you so-called WHITE people, you are the wicked. You are the devil that the Bible speaks of, and your judgment is soon to come for all the bloodshed and evil and lies that you brought upon the world. This is going to be Job. I'll place this down. This Job, the 9th chapter. Okay. Job 9, verse 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the face of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? And that's what Esau did during the Renaissance period. He took out and he basically whitewashed the true biblical Israelites. But all that's being exposed. We had Vladimir Putin. He just brought out the Russian icons. And it shows you of a melanated people. All throughout the scriptures, it speaks on Yahweh Shai, who he also changed the name. Yahweh Shai, his feet were as burnt brass. You know, you so-called white people, that's you don't fit that description, okay? Esau, he tried to put his face and then whitewash the holy scriptures as him being the people of the Lord, especially Amalek, you JOOs. You wish people over there that fit none of the prophecies, but all that, you built your kingdom up off lies, and it's gonna come crashing down too. The truth is exposing you devils for who you really are, and you are the wicked that the Bible speaks of. Let's go to Isaiah. It's going to be Isaiah the 26th chapter. Because right now, you know, it's been pretty good for you, Esau. You ain't really, you know, got judged for all the hell and bloodshed that you done shed. But pretty soon it's just getting, the judgment is just getting started with you. And it's going to first start with your kingdom coming crashing down. It's going to be Isaiah 26, Salakia, verse 10. Isaiah 26, verse 10. Let favor be showed to the wicked, yet will he not learn righteousness? In the land of the uprightness will he deal unjustly, and will not behold the majesty of the Lord. So he's been shown favor. He's got again the fatness of the earth. But what did he do with that? He did nothing upright, because there's no uprightness in him. He's did nothing but wickedness and pervert the laws, statutes, and commandments that the Holy Bible says to do and what not to do. And yet he wants to claim his society as a God-fearing Christian Bible going after society, but he doesn't follow any of the laws, statutes, and commandments that the Bible says. Okay? This man just is in complete rebellion to the Most High, and he's going to pay for that. Let's get another one speaking on his rebellion. This is going to be Psalms, the 50th chapter. Let me just check. Any brothers in there, I can't see the comment board, so if you posted anything, Salakia, but I can't see that on my end. But Shalom to you, Akim. Okay, I gotta get used to this live stream. This is gonna be Psalms, the 50th chapter. We're gonna go Psalms 50, verse 16. But unto the wicked Yahweh saith, what hast thou to do to declare my statutes, or that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth? So the Lord's questioning you, like what the fuck you did to declare my law, statutes, and commandment. Esau, and we got the month of June coming up, the rainbow month. Esau promotes nothing but degeneracy, sodomite behavior, women's liberation, death culture, this degenerate rap music. All the food is poisoned. He doesn't follow all this pork and shrimp. He goes completely against what the Heavenly Father said not to do, and then wants to prop himself up as the righteous judge of the earth. But that is, he's being revealed. The man of sin is being revealed in these last days. Let's get that as well. This is going to be 2 Thessalonians 15. Alright, so I'm going to get 2 Thessalonians 2 verse 3. Salakia. Let me double check that. 2 Thessalonians. The second chapter, 2 verse 3. Might be the first chapter. Salakia, I think I misplaced that. If one of you brothers in the chat, I can't see it anyways. But basically, it was a scripture. I misplaced it in my notes, speaking on the man of sin being revealed. That's happening in these times right now. The son of the wicked, the devil himself, Esau, Edom, is being revealed for all his wickedness. Okay? 2 Thessalonians 2 verse 3. But let's move on. Okay, I can't find it. I'm gonna look that up later. But let's go to Sirach. I'm gonna get Ecclesiasticus, the 10th chapter, because all this you see right now is for a short time. This is a temperate kingdom, but the Lord is going to transfer over to a different people, to his chosen people. The descendants, the so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans are going to inherit the kingdom to come, because this man, he was put up for a lesson for us, to basically how not to rule the kingdom. He's ruled his kingdom in complete wickedness and evil. Okay, this is a lesson to the children of Israel. This is going to be Sirach 10 verse 6. Bear not hatred to thy neighbor for every wrong, and do nothing at all by injurious practices. Pride is hateful before Yahweh and man, and by both doth one commit iniquity. Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. Why is earth and ashes proud? There is not a more wicked thing than a covetous man. For such an one setteth his own soul to sale, because while he liveth, he casteth away his bowels. Verse 10, the physician cutteth off a long disease, and he that is today a king, tomorrow shall die. So we seeing that right now too. Esau sitting up all high and loftily, thinking that he's got it all. But he that is today a king, tomorrow shall die. And once again, Esau got all around the world. He's got his embassies and his puppet government set up. But he's gonna come crashing down, because he's ruling the world in complete wickedness. Okay, and the Lord is going to set up one that is profitable, being Yahweh Shai, and as well as you know, the 144,000. You got your 12 apostles and on down. Okay, he's going to set up a righteous staff, a righteous government, because right now Esau is running not only the people but the world into the ground. He's messing up everything. He done changed all the laws and statutes that Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai has placed. Continuing on, let me get out Romans. It's going to be Romans 9 verse 13. As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. Let me get that again. As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. Okay, so once again, just because you got shown favor, you know, that's for a temporal time. Esau, your punishment, and I'm gonna get that at the end, is just beginning. Once the third woe goes on and your kingdom gets wiped out with them ICBMs, them intercontinental ballistic missiles, it's gonna be all out hell to pay in the kingdom. That's just the start to your punishment. Okay, I'm gonna go back to Malachi in the 1st chapter, because you're not gonna go unpunished. Salakia, brother, whoever posted that. Let me see if I can. Okay, let's get Malachi 12:26. Okay, because just like the children of Israel faced the punishment, you gonna face it too. You gonna have to drink that cup of slavery, that cup of oppression. This is gonna be Malachi 1 verse 3. And I hated Esau. There it goes again. You're hated in the eyes of the Most High. And I hated Esau, and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. Okay, so once again, you know, the Lord hates you so-called WHITE people, and not all so-called WHITE people are Edomites. You got a lot of our people that look like these other nations too, because we've been scattered around the whole world. But you Edomites, it's a bad time to be an Edomite. Okay, now let me go over to the judgments that's to come with Esau. I'm gonna start in let's start in Isaiah, the 33rd chapter. Okay, this is gonna be Isaiah 33 at the top. Isaiah 33 verse 1. Woe to thee that spoiledest, and thou was not spoiled, and dealtst treacherously, and they dealt not treacherously with thee. When thou shalt cease to spoil, thou shalt be spoiled, and when thou shalt make an end to deal treacherously, they shall deal treacherously with thee. Okay, and we can't wait for the day where we get to deal treacherously with you, Esau. You know, you claim to have discovered all these lands and all this wickedness and lies. We gonna deal treacherously with you as well. That's gonna flip back onto you, okay? Because you built your kingdom up in nothing but wickedness and bloodshed. Let's get that in Habakkuk. Habakkuk, the 2nd chapter. And it started mainly with the oppression of the children of Israel in your hands, in your captivity. Habakkuk 12:02. The scriptures speak on if a man be basically paraphrased and stolen and found in your hands, you shall surely be put to death. Well, when Yahweh Shai and the holy angels comes back, he's going to see his people in your hands. Okay. It's going to be Habakkuk, 2nd chapter. right. So it's windy. It's super windy out here trying to get to the right page. All right, Habakkuk 2, verse 12. One more page. Woe to him that buildeth a town with blood, establish a city by iniquity. And that's how he built up Babylon the Great America. Nothing but bloodshed, starting with the tribe of Gad, so-called Native Americans. He done slaughtered the natives, and then as well brought the southern kingdom as well as some of the northern kingdom over by way of ships, and then as well bloodshed and oppressed the northern kingdom, Issachar, and on to the rest of the tribes. I need to get a 12 tribe sign, but this is how he established his kingdom, by bloodshed. And then after all these years of blood and oppression, wants to act like it's all good. No, you gotta, our people is still suffering the curses from that bloodshed and that oppression and slavery, and your people are still still living it up, still living good, still living off the benefits of that bloodshed. Okay, let's get another one in Nahum, speaking on the bloody city, because this place, America, I'm in Chicago, Illinois, is a very bloody city. Not just Chicago, all these cities. Let's get Nahum. This is going to be Nahum 3 at the top. Woe to the bloody city! It is full of lies and robbery. The prey departeth not. Okay. So now I'm going to go into Obadiah. And let's get a couple precepts from Obadiah. Right, in Obadiah 1, I'm going to start at verse 10. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. In the day that thou stoodest on the other side, in the day that the strangers carried away captive his forces, the foreigners entered into his gates, and cast lots upon Jerusalem. Even thou wast one of them. But thou shouldest not have looked on the day of thy brother, in the day that he became a stranger. Neither shouldest thou have rejoiced over the children of Judah, Judah being the tribe, the so-called blacks, Judah, in the day of their destruction. Neither shouldest thou have spoken proudly in the day of distress. And I'm going to continue on in Obadiah, skip down to verse 16. For as ye have drunk upon my holy mountain, so shall the heathen drink continually. Yeah, they shall drink, and they shall swallow down, and they shall be as though they had not been. That drink, that cup is slavery and oppression of the children of Israel. We didn't have to do our round of slavery, you heathen nations. Y'all next up. But upon Mount Zion shall he be deliverance, and there shall be holiness, and the house of Jacob shall possess their possessions. And the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph, Ephraim, a flame, the northern kingdom, and the house of Esau for stubble, and they shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord hath spoken it. Okay, Salaki, losing my voice out here. But after that 1,000 years of hardcore bondage and slavery, the only nation to not receive repentance is going to be you so-called WHITE people, because in a kingdom of righteousness, you're going to be useless. You're going to have no use, because all you know is evil and wickedness. Okay? let's get another one speaking on basically Esau's inheritance is going to be stubble. He's not going to have any name in the street. The Lord's going to take him out as if he never even existed. This is going to be Job, the 18th chapter. Okay, let's get Job 18 starting at verse 5. Yeah, the light of the wicked shall be put out, and the spark of his fire shall not shine. The light shall be dark in his tabernacle, and his candle shall be put out with him. The steps of his strength shall be straightened, and his own counsel shall cast him down. For he is cast into a net by his own feet, and walketh upon a snare. The jinn shall take him by the heel, and the robber shall prevail against him. The snare is laid for him in the ground, and a trap for him in the way. Verse 11, terror shall take him afraid on every side, and shall drive him to his feet. His strength shall be hunger bitten, and destruction shall be ready at his side. It shall devour the strength of his skin. Even the firstborn of death shall devour his strength. His confidence shall be rooted out of his tabernacle, and it shall bring him to the king of terrors. It shall dwell in his tabernacle, because it is none of his. Brimstone shall be scattered upon his habitation. His roots shall be dried up beneath, and above shall his branch be cut off. Verse 17, here we go. His remembrance shall perish from the earth, and he shall have no name in the street. He shall be driven from light into darkness, and chased out of the world. He shall neither have son nor nephew among his people, nor any remaining in his dwellings. Okay, so Esau, Edom, you gonna get cut off forever. You're not gonna exist after that 1,000 years of hardcore captivity and slavery. Okay, so live it up while you can. And let's get another one in Isaiah, the 14th chapter. Because we know the triumphant of the wicked is but for a short time. It's just for a season. You gonna perish forever ever. Isaiah 14, I believe I'm gonna start at verse 2. Double check. I'll start at the top. I'm gonna get Isaiah 14 at the top down to verse 22. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob, and will choose Israel, and set them in their own land. And the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. And the people shall take them, and bring them to their place. And the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids. And they shall take them captives, whose captives they were. And they shall rule over their oppressors. And it shall come to pass that in the day that the Lord shall give thee rest from thy sorrow, and from thy fear, and from the hard bondage wherein thou was made to serve, that thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon, and say, how hath the oppressor ceased? The golden city ceased, and the Lord hath broken the staff of the wicked, and the scepters of the rulers. He who smote the people in wrath with continual stroke, he that ruled the nations in anger, is persecuted, and none hindereth. The whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth into singing. Yea, the fir trees rejoice at thee, and the cedars of Lebanon, saying, since thou art laid down, no feller is come up against us. Hell from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee at thy coming.
it stirred up the dead for thee, and all the chief ones of the earth it have raised up from their thrones, all kings of the nations. Verse 10. And they shall speak and say unto thee, art thou become as weak as we? Art thou become like unto us? Thy pomp is brought down to the grave, and the noise of thy vials. The worm is spread under thee, and worms cover thee. Worms speaking of decay. Verse 12. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations? For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of Yahweh. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. And that's why you see these skyscrapers, these satellites. Esau likes the Mount Seir. He likes to dwell amongst the stars. And you see with these condos. Continuing on, verse 15, Isaiah 14, verse 15. Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee, and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms, that made the world as a wilderness, and destroyed the cities thereof, that opened not the house of his prisoners? And I believe it's either Isaiah the 42nd or the 44th chapter. It speaks that the children of Israel are in the house of prisons. Okay, Esau, the biggest population of prisons is here in Babylon the Great, America. Verse 18, all the kings of the nations, even all of them, lie in glory, every one in his own house. But thou art cast out by thy grave like an abominable branch, and as the remnant of those that are slain, thrust through with the sword, that go down to the stones of the pit, and as a carcass trodden under feet. Verse 20, thou shalt not be joined with them in burial, because thou hast destroyed thy land and slain thy people. The seed of evildoers shall never be renowned. And get two more verses, 21 and 22. Prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. For I will rise up against them, said the Lord of hosts, and cut off from Babylon the name and the remnant and the son and nephew, said the Lord. And there we go again. Esau not going to have no son nor nephew. He's going to be cut off forever. And it also shows that in the Planet of the Apes, it says Esau, he's the harbinger of death, and that he will murder his brother for sport, and he will destroy his city and your land as well. And it also shows that in that old show, The Twilight Zone, it shows Jacob looking like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, these Jakes with big afros and being tall and coming from an alien planet, and they bring Esau up and they devour him, they boil him. That's the future for you Edomites, the seed of evildoers, the children of wickedness. You're gonna be cut off forever. And I'm gonna close off and get a couple more. Let's get Jeremiah the 50th chapter. It's gonna be I believe Jeremiah 50 verse 9. For lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations from the north country, speaking on Russia. Okay, and we seen wars and rumors of wars. It's brewing up. Ukraine and Russia, Iran and Israel, as well as China and Taiwan. This third woe is going to be the end of the Edomites and the end of you heathen nations in rulership. For lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations from the north country, and they shall set themselves in array against her. From thence she shall be taken. Their arrows shall be of a mighty exert man. None shall return in vain. Those arrows talking about ICBMs, nuclear missiles. And Chaldea shall be a spoil. All that spoil her shall be satisfied, saith the Lord. Because ye were glad, because ye rejoiced, O ye destroyers of mine heritage, because ye grown fat as the heifer at grass, and bellows as bulls. Your mother shall be sore confounded. She that bare you shall be ashamed. Behold, the hindermost of the nations shall be a wilderness, a dry land, and a desert. Because of the wrath of the Lord, it shall not be inhabited, but it shall be wholly desolate. Every one that goeth by Babylon shall be astonished, and hiss at her plagues, at all her plagues. Put yourselves in array against Babylon round about. All ye that bend the bow, shoot at her, spare no arrows, for she hath sinned against the Lord. Okay, so America, you know, you got a fierce judgment coming to you, and it's going to pop off in this third woe. And I got a couple more. Slovakia, I see why they call it the Windy City. It's real windy out here. Let me get Lamentations, the 4th chapter in the NLT. And I can't use my phone right now, but I have this in the NLT speaking on the judgment. It's just beginning for you Edomites, you so-called WHITE people. Lamentations 4, verse 21 and 22 in the NLT. Are you rejoicing in the land of Uz, O people of Edom? But you too must drink from the cup of the Lord's anger. You too will be stripped naked in your drunkenness. Verse 22. O beautiful Jerusalem, your punishment will end. You will soon return from exile. But Edom, your punishment is just beginning. Soon your many sins will be exposed. Okay, so this is how we know Esau is being found out as the son of perdition, the man of wickedness, the man of sin, and he's being exposed on all levels. Him as well as Amalek, you JOOs, you wish people over there, okay, pretending to be us. And let's close off on this. This is going to be Baruch, the 4th chapter, speaking on how the children of Israel, we done suffered under this captivity, but this is the last captivity, Lord willing, that will be under, Lord willing, we be saved out of this destruction. But as well, Esau, Edom, you gonna have to pay a lot. And we look forward to the day we get to see you fall. This is Baruch, the 4th chapter, starting at verse 24. Like as now the neighbors of Zion have seen your captivity, so shall they see shortly your salvation from our power, which shall come up upon you with great glory and brightness of the everlasting. Verse 25. My children, suffer patiently the wrath that is come upon you from Yahweh, for thine enemy hath persecuted thee, but shortly thou shalt see his destruction, and shall tread upon his neck. Okay, so Esau, Edom, you know, live it up while you can, because the judgment is coming upon you. And Lord willing, us and the fellow Akim, I really sincerely pray that we be of the elect and we be protected in this destruction that come. And Salakia, in the Akim, I wasn't ignoring you, but I can't, my camera's sideways. I can't see if you posted any comments. I'll check in the chat. But Salakia, you brothers tuned in, you know, Tawab Yawam, and I want to close off by giving all glory, honor, and thanks to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakah Kodesh. Shalom to you, Akim, out there. Shalom.